Imagine a world where the light begins to fade. A time of great confusion spread across the lands, and people felt lost, searching for something to believe in. It was during this uncertain time that a great shadow emerged from the churning, deep waters of the sea. A powerful creature, a beast unlike any other, rose to the surface. It had sharp, twisted horns that reached for the sky and eyes that pierced through the hearts of men and women. Its presence was so immense, so awe-inspiring, that people from every nation stopped and stared, completely amazed by its might and its commanding voice. This first beast spoke with great confidence, but its words were not filled with kindness or love. Instead, it spoke against all that was good and right in the world. It promised power and glory to those who would follow it, turning their hearts away from the gentle whispers of truth and compassion. The people, feeling lost and desperate for a strong leader, began to listen. They started to worship the beast, believing its grand promises. They forgot the simple joys of kindness and the quiet strength of love, choosing instead to follow this dark and powerful figure that had appeared from the mysterious sea. Just when it seemed the world was completely under the spell of this first creature, another one appeared. This second beast rose not from the water, but from the very earth itself. It had 2 horns, and it presented itself as a friend and helper to the first beast, like its biggest and most loyal fan. Its purpose was to make everyone believe in the greatness of the first beast. It did this not through simple words, but through incredible tricks and wonders that seemed like magic. It could call down fire from the sky, making people gasp in astonishment and fear. These amazing sights were designed to convince everyone that the first beast was the true power in the world. The second beast worked tirelessly, pointing to the first beast and declaring its magnificence. It told the people that this was the leader they had been waiting for, the one who could solve all their problems and bring them strength. Its clever tricks and powerful displays made it very difficult for people to see the truth. They became even more devoted to the beast, following their commands without question and turning further away from the path of goodness and light. With the world captivated by their power, the 2 beasts introduced a new and final test of loyalty. They declared that every person, whether they were rich or poor, powerful or humble, must receive a special mark. This was not just any mark. It was a symbol of their choice to follow the beasts and their ways. People were told they had to have this mark placed either on their right hand or on their forehead. It was a sign that they belonged to this new world order, a world built on the beast's dark principles of power and control. To receive the mark was to make a very important decision. It meant you were choosing to follow the beasts completely. You were agreeing with their words and actions, turning your back on the old ways of love, kindness, and truth. The beasts made it clear that without this mark, life would become impossible. You would not be able to buy food for your family, sell goods to earn a living, or be a part of society. This created immense pressure on everyone. The choice was simple but terrifying. Accept the mark and survive in this new world, or refuse it and be cast out. This mark was more than just a physical sign. It was a symbol of what was in a person's heart. It represented a world where truth was twisted and compassion was forgotten. By accepting it, people were essentially saying that the beast's way was the right way. They were choosing a path of darkness over a path of light. The second beast, with its clever tricks, made this choice seem exciting and necessary. It presented the mark as a badge of honor, a sign of being smart and strong enough to join the winning side in this new age. For those who remembered the ways of goodness, this was a time of great sorrow and difficulty. They could see the deception behind the powerful displays and the empty promises. They understood that the mark was a chain, not a crown. It tied people to a system of lies and separated them from the source of all that is pure and true. They had to make a brave choice to stand for what they believed in, even if it meant facing hardship and isolation. Their refusal was a quiet act of rebellion, a testament to the enduring power of a hopeful heart. Just as the darkness seemed ready to swallow the whole world, a brilliant light pierced through the gloomy sky. It was a light so bright it was like a new sun dawning, chasing away every shadow. Riding out of this magnificent light was a hero, the King of Goodness, seated upon a majestic white horse. His eyes shone with the fire of truth and justice, and his presence radiated a peace and power that no beast could ever truly possess. He was not alone. Behind him rode a mighty army of good guys, angels in shining armor, their faces filled with courage and light. This was not an army that came for conquest or control. It came to restore what had been lost. It came to bring back peace, happiness, and truth to a world that had been tricked by lies. The King of Goodness carried no ordinary weapon. His power came from the truth that he spoke, a truth so sharp and clear it could cut through any confusion. His army was ready to fight not just a physical battle, but a spiritual one. Their mission was to remind the world that light is always stronger than darkness, and that love will always overcome fear. The battle began, and it was a conflict of two opposing forces. The army of the beasts fought with fear and confusion. They unleashed storms of lies that swirled around the soldiers of light, trying to disorient them. They threw fireballs of false accusations and shouted words of despair, hoping to weaken the hearts of the good. Their strategy was to make everyone doubt what was real, and to believe that evil was the only true power. They filled the air with noise and chaos, a desperate attempt to drown out the quiet, steady voice of what is right. But the King of Goodness and his army were unshakable. In response to the storms of lies, the king unleashed a flash of light so pure and bright it was like daytime in the middle of the night. This light cut through the confusion, revealing the truth for all to see. The angels of his army did not fight with hatred, but with divine thunder, striking down the deceptions one by one. The battle was a dramatic dance of light against shadow, truth against lies. Every trick the beasts used was met with an even greater display of goodness and clarity from the king. As the battle raged on, the power of truth proved to be overwhelming. The beasts' lies began to crumble, and their storms of confusion faded away into nothing. The people who had been tricked and followed them started to see the deception for what it was. The dark power of the beasts weakened with every flash of light from the King of Goodness. Their roars, which once seemed so terrifying, became mere whispers in the wind. The mighty army of evil, once so confident, was now scattered and powerless before the shining forces of good. The King of Goodness, with a calm and final command, ordered his angels to capture the two beasts. No longer powerful or frightening, the creatures were easily taken. Their magic was gone, and their influence was broken forever. To ensure that their evil could never again poison the world, the king ordered that they be cast into a symbolic lake of fire. This act represented the complete and final end of their reign of terror. It was a powerful moment, showing everyone that evil, no matter how strong it seems, cannot win against pure goodness. With the beasts gone, a wonderful new dawn broke over the entire world. The sky cleared, and the sun seemed to shine brighter than ever before. A great sense of peace settled over the land, a quiet and gentle calm that soothed every heart. This was the beginning of a new era, a time when love, peace, and truth would reign supreme. The world was washed clean of all the darkness and confusion that the beasts had brought. It was a fresh start, a chance for humanity to build a world based on kindness and understanding. This timeless story is a beautiful reminder for all of us. It teaches us that even in the darkest of times, when evil seems to be winning, we must never lose hope. The power of truth, goodness, and standing for what is right is the greatest power of all. It shows us that light will always triumph over darkness. By choosing love and kindness in our own lives, we help bring a little piece of that new, peaceful world into our reality. It is an inspiring message that encourages us to always believe in the ultimate victory of good.